So it has been a day of really just trying to be as open as I can be and really just accepting the mistakes that I make, but noticing them and being able to jot them down in my journal. And I found that today was just really a lot of I have these mechanisms defense when I feel stressed or I feel like there's pressure. I feel like there's a kind of releasing I need to do, and then I go back into the situation, but I have less regard for my values, and then I'm just open. So I didn't really know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but today I really found that in opening myself up to everything, there's going to be a lot of things that I don't want coming in. And what I really want to do now is just take the time to try and put out what I don't want, learn what I need rather than there's things that I need to do for myself that I don't necessarily want to do, but I know that it's going to get to me where I want to go. So there's also things that I really want to do that are fun that I can do right now. But if I keep putting effort and energy into the things that I used to do and living into that way of life, I'm just going to stay there. And what this day was really about was just seeing where I'm really at and just feeling out how strong of a pull I have here. What can I change just today? Just changing the words I say, how I approach. So let me say this. So when I'm offered sugar throughout this time right now, I'm a chocolate fanatic. A chocolate everything me. I'm down. But I'm really trying to take this time to enjoy it more, because I feel like I've just been devouring, and it hasn't really been good for me. I haven't been enjoying it as much, and there's these things in life that we have access to constantly that can bring us to the next level, move us forward, or we can use them too much and they bring us down right back. We just need to have this little give and take of I messed up here, I'll do this thing for me, do this thing for myself that makes myself feel good, and I'll be good. But understanding when I do this thing, the thing that feels good, is it going to be long term or is it going to be short term? And then you got to really understand for yourself and how you feel. If you choose the short-term happiness, what comes up after that? Is it worth it? Is it worth the after effect? Is it worth the long-term effect? You understand? So I'm trying to learn about how I can make choices that are good for me. I can feel good right now in making those decisions, because they're going to be for my long term, because they're building towards my future, because I'm building a life right now that is for my future self. I'm focusing right now on doing what I need to do and being myself as much as possible. As much as possible. Much as possible. Sorry. I just really want to be open again, smiling again, and just be myself again, and not really care so much about I found myself really caring about how people perceived what I said and how they got the message, and I tried so hard to like explain, and I just like tired myself out. And so now I'm just like trying to put my energy towards things that are going to bring my clarity back, bring my strength back into myself again, so that I can make those choices continuously each day and feel more fulfilled and ready for each day. Because I know that's possible for me. I've done it before. I've jumped out of bed before. I know how to get there. It just takes time. And the real purpose of this challenge is just to like be accepting of the fact that, you know, no one's drill sergeanting me right now, but I know what I'm doing this for. And the fact is, I don't want to waste my own time. I'm the only one holding myself accountable right now. This right here is me facing myself as best as I can. And meditation is its other thing, and the gym is its other thing. But I find that being able to like express how I feel and talk and like let my words flow out and like really get a sense of what I'm thinking based on how I'm saying things, it helps me understand more about myself, and I want to bring this more out. So I would love to have more conversation about the fact that we need to accept ourselves just a bit more. We've been really hard on ourselves. You are loved. Like, I don't know who you are, but I want you to know, like, you have done so much up until this point that you have worked your ass off to be the person you need to be in order to get here and get as far as you can. And I don't know if you're like me, but I feel like I've hit a point where I've allowed myself to go down a different path. And I've regained a little bit of awareness of like, you know what, I don't want to be here. How can I move towards where I actually want to be? And I hope that we can communicate and learn more, because I truly say this out of deep part of my heart. Like, I don't have the answers, but I listen and act on how it comes, as well as how I choose to let it play out. And sometimes I don't get to choose how it plays out, and that's the fun part, because you kind of really just gotta accept the fact that, you know, that happened. How can I do better in the future? Just really take the time to be grateful for yourself tomorrow morning, and just express the gratitude you have for others, because I know that you love so much more than you've been allowing yourself to. Please sleep well. We will check in the morning. I pray that you wake up the right mind. You do what you need to do in the morning to get your mind clear. And I understand that if you hit some struggle, let's try and pick the long-term benefit. Okay? That thing that will just get you a little bit closer to where you want to be. Just communicate with your friends, your family. Just get the attention of someone that's gonna help you do what you need to do. sometimes it's you.
So really just dig deep and ask yourself, what should I do in this time? What should I do that's best for me? And how can I best
Live into who I am. Trust yourself a little more today. Love yourself just
a little bit more today? Okay? Please.
stay well. Take it easy. I'll check in tomorrow.